This is my how-to step-by-step tutorial on how to hook up an amp and power a subwoofer. First off, you want to start with getting an amp. I have just a basic Sony Explode, and I'll be powering a cheap Scotch 10-inch sub. The first thing you want to get before you start with anything, you want to make sure your amp's able to power the subwoofer. My subwoofer is only 135 watt RMS, so I can power it no problem with the 1000. Now, the next thing you're going to need is a power supply for the amp to run. I'm using just an old Xbox adapter. And basically, like, you have your remote wire, your battery, and your ground. And I got that running to an old Xbox thing. It's good for what I need it. I got the proper wattage. Anyways, you'll just go plugged into wall, and when you plug it in, you got power to it, which goes to power for your amp. After you have powered your amp and your amp's powered up, you can go ahead and hook your speakers in. So from the subwoofer, there's a positive and a negative wire, and you're going to run that from the back of the subwoofer, this wire, and you're going to run it to your positive speaker port in here, into your, what I have is going across the amp, so I got positive to positive. But normally you'd run positive and negative here. A few of the basic things on the back of an amp: you have your high level output here, speaker outputs, your RCA inputs and outputs if you want to connect another amp, which I have hooked up. Your gains and your bass boost and filter for the amp, another speaker output, a couple 30-watt fuses, and then, as I said before, my remote wire, my 12-volt battery cable, and my ground. And from there, to get power, to get sound, I got coming into my input is a set of RCAs that turn into aux cord. You can plug in your phone. From there, I can plug it in my phone, and it'll go power into the amp. And I don't have the amp torn apart, but it'll transfer the music coming from the phone into the speaker ports, which will go through the speaker wire and into the subwoofer and make sound. I can't plug my phone in right now, but if I touch the aux cord, the electric pulse will go through, and you can see that the speaker is connected. Anyways, this is my power supply. It's a regular DC voltage, and we get into the specs on it here. It'll say like my wattage. It tells me my DC intake and what it'll put out. My AC. Basically, it's not a full 1000-watt converter. It'll only give out 200 watts. So this amp will only supply 200 watts to the speaker. But as I said before, my wattage is only 135 out of this. So I have watts left over. For example, if you get your wattage wrong, and you for some reason plug in a speaker like this little one, and it's only good for 20 watt RMS, this is what can happen to it. It can fry. No good anymore. Basically, it's not that complicated to do. As long as you know the basic steps, if you have a power supply that is connected properly to an amp, you can get your amp to power up. From there, all it takes is plugging in your speakers to the speaker ports, and then from there, it's just making sure your speaker's hooked up properly, and then running an aux cord or whatever source of music to your amp as you want. From there, it basically just mess around with your music. You can add simple thing like lights to your amp. It's just the same as putting a speaker in. It'll go to the bass. And basically, that's it. From there, that's just how you hook up an amp and power a subwoofer. Thanks for watching. Like and subscribe for more videos.